Hi, I'm Larry. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to do one of my favorite desserts. It's an olive oil cake. It's a crowd pleaser because it's moist, good. We're going to top it with a little Amaretto whip. It's a real easy cake to make, so let's get started. We'll start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And we're going to have 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. And we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. And we're going to give these a quick little mix, and then we'll start on our next bowl. Baking is a little bit different for me because I've talked about before, I really just kind of throw stuff into a dish. With baking, you've got to pay a little bit more attention. I try to. Sometimes I fail, but we'll see how it goes. In this bowl, we're going to start with 3 eggs. And we do 1 1/4 cup milk. We're going to do the zest of 1 orange. This is something I really like using the entire orange on. A lot of recipes call for a little bit less zest, but I think it really brings a lot to the cake. And when it's such a simple flavor with the olive oil and the soon to see amaretto that we're going to add to it, the zest really makes it kind of pop. And I really like that. And one of my favorite things, 1/4 cup of amaretto. And the star of the show, got 1 1/3 cup of olive oil. And for our last kicker, since we have our orange, let's go ahead and use some juice from it. We're going to take not a lot, we're just going to get about 1/4 cup again. About the same as the amaretto, and just fresh squeezed orange juice. Now we're just going to whisk these ingredients together. Just a quick whisk because we're going to be adding the flour to this here soon. First time I made this cake, I put that olive oil in. I went, this is crazy. That's just not going to disappear here. It's just going to always stay separated. But no, it goes together good. And now we'll start slowly adding our dry ingredients. Just whisking the entire time. At the end of our mixing here, now we're going to put in about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I actually use the flake salt on this. I actually like some of the pieces to stay a little bit whole. Adds a nice little character to the cake. So we'll stir those through at the end as opposed to putting them in with our dry at the start. Don't want to overmix it, and that's good. Nice and simple, ready to go to pan. For your pan, you'll go once again coat this with a nice coating of olive oil. Just get in there with your hands, coat the whole thing. Okay, so everything's in our pan now. We're going to bake this at 350. And for 60 minutes, you want to start checking it about 50-55 minutes with the toothpick check. Make sure it comes out clear and then it's good to come out. Okay, our cake's in the oven. Now we're going to do a little topping for it. We're going to start off with an orange. Just chop off the peel here. What we're going to cut all these out. We're going to cut the orange out and we're going to cut it right there in between the rind. So we get just the nice orange pieces. Once you get a few of those orange pieces in there, just go ahead and squeeze that out. So now you've got some nice orange segments with some fresh orange juice. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of amaretto to that. Now we're not baking, so I can't do my measurement, and I would say about that much, but then I like it, so about that much. We're just going to toss that around a little bit. And this one we're just going to dump right on top of the olive oil cake. It's just something to make a nice little, like I said, the cake is already very moist, but there's a nice little dressing just on top of it. Not an icing, it's more of a little dressing, just to float off to the side. It does a nice presentation also. Okay, our cake is out. We inverted it onto a rack and let it cool for about 2 hours. I place it on the cake pan. Yeah, it's a little overdone. But let me show you something great about olive oil cakes. Not overdone now. Now we're going to top this with our mixture that we made with the oranges, the orange juice, and the amaretto, and then we're ready to serve. And there you have it. There's our olive oil cake with an amaretto orange juice dressing, little mint garnish on it. That's what we're serving. Like I said before, this is a very simple cake. There's so much moisture in it that you really can't go wrong. Personally, for me, I have overdone this one a little bit, but I'm still serving it because I know it's going to be moist and delicious. Do the same thing. You cannot go wrong with this cake. If you have comments or suggestions, please leave them in the box below. If you've liked what you've seen today, please subscribe and follow our channel. Share it with your friends. There's more recipes coming. Enjoy your dessert. Cheers.